Okay, good evening, folks. Going to redo B for you. And remember, the title or discussion is understanding caring fatigue. Okay, that's tonight's B for discussion is caring fatigue. Caring fatigue describes the slow erosion of energy, patience, and emotional resilience that comes from sustained caregiving. It is not a sudden collapse, but a steady drain, like carrying a weight that grows heavier each day. The state often emerges when someone is balancing the restlessness needs of another person, an aging parent, a partner with illness, a child with special needs, alongside their own responsibilities. Over time, the caregiver's reserves of compassion and stamina begin to thin, leaving them vulnerable to exhaustion and disconnection. Defining the experience, at its core, caregiving fatigue or caring fatigue is a multi-layered exhaustion, physical, mental, and emotional. Here, we're going to go down through each one. Physical, the body feels depleted even after rest. Mental, concentration falters. Decision making feels harder, and small tasks become overwhelming. Emotional, joy and patience shrink, replaced by irritability, guilt, or numbness. It's the sense of running on fumes, where caregiving becomes mechanical rather than heartfelt, and the caregiver feels trapped between duty and depletion. Distinctions from related conditions. Burnout, usually linked to professional roles or chronic workplace stress. Caring fatigue is more intimate, rooted in personal caregiving relationships. Compassion fatigue, common among healthcare workers exposed to trauma, where empathy itself becomes painful. Caregiving fatigue shares overlap, but is often grounded in the daily grind of repetitive unrelenting care tasks. Depression, while carrying fatigue can mimic depressive symptoms, it is situational and tied to caregiving demands, though it can evolve into depression if left unaddressed. Signs that caregiving fatigue is emerging. Physical indicators: persistent tiredness, headaches, digestive issues, muscle aches, emotional shifts, irritability, guilt, resentment, or feeling emotionally flat toward the person you care for. Behavioral changes: withdrawing from social life, neglecting personal health, losing interest in hobbies, or snapping at loved ones. Inner dialogue: thoughts like I can't I can't keep doing this, or I don't matter anymore. Recognizing these signs early is crucial. They are signals, not failures. Practical ways to care for yourself. Check in with yourself. Notice patterns of fatigue and treat them as cues to pause. Honor basic needs. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, and medical care for yourself as much as the person you're caring for. Set boundaries, even small ones, like carving out 15 minutes daily for solitude, can restore balance. Seek shared responsibility. Ask family, friends, or community services to help lighten the load. Reclaim joy. Engage in activities that remind you of your identity beyond caregiving, whether it's reading, walking, or connecting with friends. These steps aren't indulgence, they are survival strategies that sustain your ability to care. When to seek additional support. If caring fatigue deepens, marked by persistent hopelessness, detachment, or thoughts of self-harm, it's vital to reach out for professional help. Trusted friends, support groups, and healthcare providers can provide relief and perspectives in urgent cases. Emergency services should be contacted immediately. Loving yourself through it. The heart of the message is that self-compassion is not selfish. By acknowledging your limits and caring for yourself, you preserve the capacity to continue caring for others. Loving yourself through caring fatigue means reframing caregiving as a shared journey, not a solitary burden, and recognizing that your well-being is as important as the person you support. Would you like me to expand this into a framework for caregivers? Something like step-by-step guide or a toolkit that blends practical coping strategies with culturally responsive approaches that could make it even more actionable or diverse for diverse communities. Okay, guys, that's B for you. I will be back on with C as soon as I set that up for you. Give me a little bit for a break, please, and I will be back on with C shortly. So for now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.